Well, good morning from Sydney, Australia for the Australian Circular Economy Forum 2022, Day 2. We're absolutely thrilled to have you all here for a second day. With 800 registrations, we want to give each of you a warm welcome from across New South Wales, our Australian states and territories, and around the world, our neighbours in New Zealand and Asia, friends in Europe and the United States. Thank you for joining us for a deep dive into circular economics, circular finance and investment, a look at taxation policy to stimulate a circular economy. We know the circular economy is a systems transition across the entire economy, not just waste management. And New South Wales Circular is proud to showcase the leading work of our industry task force and our finance and investment task force, whose members make up the key finance, investment and industry sectors across Australia and internationally. To commence our forum today, we would like to acknowledge Australia's original circular leaders, the traditional custodians on the lands from the lands of which we all work and live, and from where we're coming from today. And for me, that's the land of the Wallamadigal people of the Eora Nation. We recognise their continuing connection to land, water and community, and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. As I said yesterday, now is the time for circular economy in Australia. For those of you joining for the first time today, this forum is designed to provide you with circular economy facts, research, perspectives and case studies, but it's also to engage you and your organisation in the Australian circular economy transition. So on behalf of New South Wales Circular, I hope you're inspired by today's speakers. Keep your comments and reflections coming into the chat box and questions into the Q&A box, and we will answer your questions, time permitting. Otherwise, we'll come back to you via our mailing list. We'll also follow your feedback and record it so you can access it on our website anytime. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce the Chair of New South Wales Circular's Independent Board, Margaret Harding. Margaret has guided New South Wales Circular from startup to where we are today, a 2,000 strong network driving impactful programs in circular economics, supply chain and collaboration. Thank you, Margaret, for your support, and over to you.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, everybody. It's really my great pleasure as Chair of New South Wales Circular to welcome everybody to this second day of discussion at the Australian Circular Economy Forum. Thank you all for your amazing participation yesterday and really lively discussion and really important discussion on the steps needed to accelerate our transition to a circular economy. Today's program, as Lisa has mentioned, will be covering the important role of finance and investment in achieving circularity, as well as circular market enablers. It's my great pleasure this morning, however, to introduce the New South Wales Minister for the Environment and Heritage, the Honourable James Griffin. Unfortunately, Minister Griffin is unable to join us this morning due to parliamentary commitments, but he has prepared very kindly a video message for us today. Minister Griffin has championed the circular economy and is leading the implementation of a range of initiatives in New South Wales that he'll be speaking about to us this morning here. I invite you to listen to his welcome address now. Thank you.
Thank you for having me with you today. I'm happy to say the circular economy is well and truly underway in New South Wales. Just last week, I was in Albury for the opening of Australia's largest plastic PET bottle recycling facility. That plant is taking 1 billion plastic bottles every year from our return and earn scheme and from yellow bins, and it's turning them into high value materials such as plastic pellets. This process is giving up to 30,000 tonnes of additional plastics a new life every year, because those plastic pellets will then get transformed into recycled plastic food and beverage packaging. This positive environmental outcome is why the New South Wales Government was so pleased to support the project. And through our $337 million Waste Less, Recycle More initiative, the New South Wales Government contributed $4.8 million to the facility. We supplemented that with an additional $495,000 investment under the Product Improvement Grant Program. This investment is helping us achieve our target of tripling recycled plastics in New South Wales by 2030 and transitioning to a circular economy. There's also a significant employment benefit from this investment in the Albury facility, with more than 40 new jobs created in regional New South Wales. In fact, research shows that for every 10,000 tonnes of material recycled, 3 times as many jobs are generated than would have been if the material was sent to landfill. And that's why the circular economy is so important, and it's a win-win solution. We can see that from this example alone, which involves government, business and industry working together, we're seeing fantastic environmental and economic progress. Gradually decoupling economic activity from the consumption of finite resources is a lucrative business. It's estimated it'll bring a $1.9 trillion economic boost to Australia over the coming decades. And in New South Wales, we want our economy to get a major slice of that pie. There are clear environmental benefits too. I'm disturbed by the amount of plastic in our environment, and I suspect that most of you joining us today are as well. Plastic is an environmental disaster. We can't unmake it. All the plastic we've already produced will be with us forever. At least 11 million tonnes of plastic waste flows into oceans every year, and this may triple by 2040. These are shocking facts to grapple with. And these are all reasons why we're kickstarting the circular economy, and it is a personal priority for me as Environment Minister. We know that with changes in the global recycling market, it's imperative that we take charge of our waste management. We have to find sustainable local processing and recycling solutions. One of the most significant accelerants of the push to a circular economy has been the New South Wales Return and Earn scheme. This highly successful scheme has already had more than 7 billion containers returned to it. Return and Earn has achieved an enormous 52% reduction in the volume of drink container litter in New South Wales and has delivered more than 625,000 tonnes in materials recycled. That is an incredible achievement. And what works about that scheme is that not only does it have strong community support, it delivers a clean, reusable product for industry and business to use, such as the facility in Albury. So what we're seeing now is an increased demand for waste streams like this one that can provide clean products for recycling. And we're working with industry and local councils to help achieve this. Our new waste and sustainable materials strategy and the New South Wales plastic plan anchors a lot of our work. We've committed $356 million in funding to transition to a circular economy, to minimise waste and reduce our impact on the environment. Through the strategy, we'll be creating a circular economy by designing out materials that end up in landfill or as litter, reusing or repairing products before they're thrown out, and recycling materials so that it can be used multiple times in manufacturing or building. We'll also be helping to enable the services and infrastructure we need to have in place to deal with our waste safely, so it doesn't become a problem for future generations. In New South Wales, we've also taken a substantial leap forward with the passage of the Plastic Reduction and Circular Economy Act in November last year. The legislation includes a ban on single-use plastics and helps address the problem of plastic waste management. So from June, we'll introduce a ban on lightweight plastic bags. And from November, we're banning other problematic single-use plastic items like cutlery, stirrers, and microbeads in products. We're at a turning point, and we are strongly turning towards a circular economy in this state. I'm excited to work with industry, business owners, individuals, and all levels of government to get the circular economy humming in New South Wales. I thank New South Wales Circular for being a part of the push towards a circular economy.
Well, terrific to hear from the Minister now that he has a personal commitment to circular economy. This is our new Minister for Environment, so thank him very much for contributing to our forum today. Strong leadership from our states is so important. As we heard yesterday from industry, from government, we have a national economy and not one state can make the transition on its own. All states and territories need to work together with industry and researchers on market and policy levers to scale a circular economy.